Hey guys. Okay, so this video, let's just get into it, right? Because this video needs to be done. Now, when it's a God message, typically tired. Sorry, I'm tired. I will delete the video once the person is confirmed to get the message. So this is a God message, but it's different in that way. I'm not going to delete this video, and I'll tell you through the video why. This is meant to stay on this channel. Typically when I do a God message video, this is how it goes. God tells me what to say. He tells me what channel to put it on, because I have two channels. He tells me what the title is, and then he tells me when to take it down, right? I get all this information. The taking down part, I'll put it up, and then once he it's confirmed that the person has it, he'll come back to me and say, take it down. And I take it down. So, but this one is different. Like I said, this one has to remain, because this is going to be the person that's getting this message is unfortunately going to be made an example out of. God said to me that he is making an example out of you. So here we go. You'll know it's you. Here we go. So the other day I'm sitting in my kitchen. Come on, you got to follow the story with me. Come on now, you got to follow the story. I know you're like, oh, just get to it. Now I'm going to say the story. I want to do a story, right? Because this is important to me anyway. So I'm sitting at the counter. I got my gloves on because I'm washing dishes. The sink is full of dishes, and I got my little brush and I'm brushing. I got my AirPod in, but my son's on the floor, right? Just imagine my son's on the floor and he's in the kitchen. He's like reading. He's saying his spelling words. I'm a homeschool mom. Don't judge me. So I'm doing the dishes and I'm like, yes, baby, yes. But he doesn't know that I'm listening to my AirPod. But I'm like, good job, baby, good job, right? As he's writing down his spelling words, he's saying, he's doing his thing, right? I hear that my phone's across the room, but I hear that one of my people have posted a video, and I'm like, okay. But as soon as I hear the title, for some reason, it's like, no, I'm not watching that. No. So I just rush across. I pause it because I can do that with my AirPod. I don't want to listen to it, right? Boom, right? Okay, so the next night, like 2 nights later, I went and got my kids in the shower, they ate dinner, we put them in their jammies, they was ready to go, they in the bed, right? I'm doing my meditation, my prayers, and I'm ready. I'm going to prayer, like, I'm ready, I'm done, I'm ready to go to bed. I put my blanket on, I'm ready to go to sleep, right? Until Spirit says, get up and find the video. So I'm like, duh. And because Spirit is moving me, I'm like, as fast as I can to get to the video. Now, I click on the video. Not 2 seconds into this video, I see my high-level soulmate giving the biggest F you to God I've ever seen in my life. He stuck up his middle finger so far to God, I couldn't even breathe. I said, oh, I was offended. I was, So I'm like, are you serious? Are you serious? Like, I was upset. Needless to say. I mean, he didn't do anything to me. He's sticking up his middle finger at God because God told you to do something. So I'm like, right? Okay. So I turn off the video. I'm not doing this. I'm not going to sit here and watch someone who is a earth angel, a God person, allegedly, someone who is an earth angel, a chosen one, a light worker. I'm not going to sit here and watch you tell God to F off, because that's exactly what you did when you sat there and kissed on that woman, when he told you to let her go, because that Jezebel, how you undo that? Like, how do you do that? God told you what your problem was. This woman spends more time on her knees than she do on her feet. And you gonna kiss on that? Okay. I was in shock, because that was the biggest F you to God I've ever seen in my life. So I'm sitting there in silence with the Lord. I'm just listening. I'm waiting, because I know he's about to say something, because I just feel him. Because I can feel the energy in my chest, and it's here. It's just here. And it's like fury. So I'm sitting there and I'm listening. And immediately he said, you're calling judgment. And I said, okay. I'm going to call judgment. Okay? Now, you may be thinking, at this point, you're thinking, who are you? I am God's high priestess. I keep the secrets and I speak them if he needs me to, right? But I'm also, to him, I am his goddess. That's what he calls me, his goddess. So I am allowed to call judgment. I'm told when to call judgment. I'm not sitting here calling out judgment on people. No, that's not what I do. I'm not allowed to do that. I'm only allowed to call judgment when he tells me to. So yeah, I waited for that. I said, okay. But I'm waiting because I feel something else. I'm not immediately calling judgment. I actually wait till the next day to call judgment. But I'm waiting. Why am I waiting? Because I'm waiting for something. I feel something coming. And he says this. I'm going to make an example out of him. Now, for me, I never want to see anyone hurt. But when you decide to just disobey God, deliberately disobey God, He has the right to call judgment on you. He has the right to make an example. He has that right. I don't have the right. I hate when people get hurt. I hate when people, if you want to fall on your face and you want to do what you want to do, that's on you. To me, that's on you. But to God, the reason why He told them to stay away from that woman because she was unfaithful in her marriage, and you may have forgave her, but He did not, because the marriage is a covenant with God. Okay, so it's not upon you to forgive her. He has to forgive her. He did not, because she's still doing it. Right? Okay, fine. Okay, so fine. So I'm like, okay, you don't want to be made an example, because when He said that, I froze, because y'all know what happens when God makes example out of people. Let's talk about it. Let's get some examples that He made on the negative side. You could be a positive example on God's side, but here's the negative, because I know He about to fall right into the negative, because it's not positive. He's angry. God's angry. Y'all remember that freaking king back in the day, on the biblical days, where he was over there? I'm better than God. Look at my kingdom. And then God threw him out of the kingdom. He was made to eat grass. His skin was a mess. His hair grew over his skin, and his nails were like claws. He was made to eat from the ground. No shade would cover him. He had to do that for 7 years. Example, right? Y'all remember when God destroyed that city and told that man, wife, and his 2 kids to leave the city, and he told them not to look back, and his wife looked back and she was turned to a pillar of salt? Example. Y'all remember when Adam and Eve was told not to eat that fruit from that tree, and they ate that fruit from the tree, and it was banished from the freaking Garden of Eden, and then Adam was made to work the land hard with little results, and Eve was meant to have 30 sons and 30 daughters in pain? Example. You don't want to be on the negative example side of God. That's just not where you want to be. But here's what I'm going to say. You chose your side. Okay? You chose your side when you kissed that Jezebel of a wife when He told you to get away from her. You chose your side. Right? So He's going to make an example out of you. Dang. And I'm like, not a chosen one. Now you are a fallen angel, not a chosen one anymore. I can't even believe it. I am shocked. I never thought it would be this person. Never, ever, ever, ever. You decided to stay with her? So here you go. Goodbye mansion. Goodbye house. Goodbye cars. Goodbye business. Goodbye that Jezebel wife you're going to try to hold on to for dear life as she's walking out the door because you ain't got nothing. Goodbye. And that's sad. I mean, you made your bed. You chose your side. Let the chips fall where they may.